by going over our reading, or not our reading goals, our learning goals. We kind of went over it during that word, but we're going to go over it again just because now it's going to be more focused. And you guys are going to like 100% get it. Like after today, you guys are going to be like, I got it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, come on. You guys are talking a lot. You guys are super excited today, so I'm going to need you guys to be a little bit more excited about this because I got some fun things planned for you guys. And it's going to be awesome, okay? So let's start off by reading the learning goals. So we are learning how to add in different ways. We are learning this because it will help us find the value of each sum using different ways. So does that mean that we're all going to add the same way? No, we're going to use different ways, right? And you're going to know that you learned this when you can use an algorithm to add. You guys remember what an algorithm is? Raise your hand if you remember. I said it during the morning, but I'm going to say it again because it's important. So an algorithm is, look up here. It's a set of steps that works every time. How many times? Every time. As long as the steps are carried out correctly. You guys don't have to repeat that, but I appreciate the participation. So it's gonna work every time, even if you do it different ways. Remember, we're adding in different ways. You can add in different ways, and it's gonna work every time as long as the steps are carried out correctly. So that basically means as long as you're doing your math right, right? Okay, let's look at another word here, expanded form. Thank you. You guys don't have to repeat. It's a way to write a number by adding the place values. You guys don't have to repeat. You don't have to repeat. Guys, you don't have to repeat. I don't want you guys to repeat. Go ahead, babe. Expanded form, a way to write a number by adding the place values. So if you're having the 100 place value, the tens place values, the thousands, the ones, you're writing it out that way and adding them that way. And that brings us to place value. Everyone say place value. It's the value of each digit. So ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. You guys already know that, but I wanted to review that really quickly, okay? All right. Now that we went over that, I want my paper passers, please. You're welcome. Yes, Ariel? You what? Alright. Name on your paper. Now you guys really need a music class in this school. You guys have like a little singy song voice. Name on your paper. First name. I'm also not a music teacher and I'm not very good at singing, so I'm not judging you. Okay, so names on your paper. Thank you. I'm the new music teacher? Okay. Alrighty, I want everyone's pencils down and your fancies. Okay. Remember we talked about thinking quietly? Yeah. You guys remember that? Eyes up here. Okay, so I want you guys to look at your paper and I want you to think quietly about which one doesn't belong. So look at your paper. I'm going to give you guys 1 minute to think about which one doesn't belong. A, B, C, or D. I like that you're signaling me that you're ready to answer, but I want you to keep looking at it and keep studying it. Which one doesn't belong? And why? So be ready to explain why. Be ready to share. 10 more seconds. You're looking at it, Amelia. Thinking about which one doesn't belong and why. Okay, Bella. Nice and loud. Everyone's eyes on the speaker.
I think B doesn't belong because it just says 247.
Because it just says 247. Okay, do you guys have something similar? You guys agree? You disagree? You agree? Okay. Ariana, what do you have?
I think A doesn't belong because it's 237. I don't think that's a real number.
Which one? A?
Yeah.
And you said why?
Because of the 17.
Because of the 17. So you think that if you were writing it in expanded form, this would just be a ones, right? Like it would be 30 and then the ones. Okay. You guys have something similar? You disagree? Agree? Okay, so we have A, B, Linda. It's just by itself, it's not written like the other ones are. Okay, great. I love all your guys' thinking. It's pretty good stuff right there. So, most of you guys think that it's B because it's not written in expanded form, right?
Yeah.
Did anybody notice one that maybe doesn't equal 247?
I know.
Zoe, which one doesn't equal 247? Thank you so much. Yes, that's right. Did you guys notice this one doesn't even equal 257? So would you guys say that maybe this one doesn't belong because all the other ones are 247? Could that be one that doesn't belong?
Yes.
Right? There's no right or wrong answer. It's just the way that you look at it because remember, again, we're adding in different ways. So all of our minds think differently. All of our minds look at the problems and the numbers differently, right? I would even have said that D was different or doesn't belong because look, you're separating those hundreds. Just like she was saying over here, like I think it was Ariana, that you have the 30 and then the 17. I would say the same thing about this. You have the hundreds separated right there. Instead of just having the 200s here, 10s, and 1s. Okay, so great job. So both A and D are equal to 247. We're gonna get to the fun stuff here. So what is an algorithm? I just told you guys what an algorithm was. You guys remember what an algorithm is? We're gonna say it together, okay? A set of steps.
A set of steps
That works every time.
that works every
How
time.
many times?
Every time.
As long as
The
steps
steps
are carried out correctly.
are carried out
You
correctly.
don't have to repeat this part, but basically as long as you do your math correctly, right? Okay, so now I want you guys to turn the page into this right here. Right here. I want you to open it like this, and I want you to look at these. So these right here. You're looking at 3 different students' work right here. So keep it open. You don't have to hold it up. Just keep it open like that on your desk. Okay? Look at it right there. Put it on the water on your pond. On Lake Mickey. That was really clever. Did you just come up with that? Okay. Everyone give me 5. Everyone give me 5. Here. So 3 students added 362 plus 354. Their work is shown. Explain how each method works. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about each method and the way that it works. So first I'm going to give you guys 1 minute to think quietly about each method and how it works. Then I'm going to model explaining the first method, which is Tyler's drawing. And then we're going to do a timed round robin to talk about Lynn's method and Han's method. So what are we going to do first? First we're going to think quietly for 1 minute. Then I'm going to model how talking about Tyler's drawing. And then we're going to do a timed round robin. So go ahead and think about it for 1 minute quietly. Think about each of their methods. You can look up here if you like. It's a little bit easier to look at it right here because it's all 3. But just think quietly about the methods they use. We're not writing anything, so our pencils should be down. We're just thinking. Okay, be ready to share. Well, actually, we're not going to share. We're just thinking about it because I'm going to model Tyler's drawing, and then you guys are going to do a timed round robin about Lynn's and Han's method. So, hocus pocus.
Focus.
Eyes up here. Okay, I'm going to model Tyler's drawing, okay? This is how I want you guys to discuss it in your timed round robin. And you guys will do this for Lynn's and Han's. So Tyler's drawing. Tyler's method for adding 362 plus 354 is using base 10 blocks. Everyone's eyes up here. Notice that I'm using sequence words, okay? First, Tyler put out 362. Then, or next, Tyler put out 354. He put out the base 10. He used his base 10 blocks, right?
Yeah.
And all together, because he's adding, is 600, well, no, 716. But he's going to add these, right? So last, he's going to add these up, and then he's going to have his total.
616.
But, listen, all of these, the thing that they have the things that are similar about all of these is that they all equal the same thing. But they're different ways of adding. Okay? So now you guys are going to do a timed round robin about Lynn's method first. And then we'll stop, talk about it, then you guys will do it for Han's method, okay? So when you guys are talking about Lynn's method, you guys are going to say Lynn's method is, and then you can say first she did this, next she did that, then she did that. I don't know if it's okay, but I just always say she. But time round robin, we're gonna start with person 5. Ready, begin. Begin. Okay, person 4, switch. What was Lynn's method was? Or you can look at it. Number of vocabulary. Okay, person 3, switch. Lynn's method was? Are you person 3? Okay. Oh, okay, so then
First she added the one, then she
Person one, switch. If you have a fifth person. Last person. Oh, the first person. Sorry. Well, if you have a fifth person, then they're yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you have a fifth person, then so who's the last person? So we're talking about this method is which way do you think that? Remember the vocabulary? Okay, everyone give me 5. Everyone give me 5. Eyes up here. Okay, so I heard people were saying, mostly what I heard was people were saying that Lynn first added the ones, then she added the tens, and then the hundreds. I heard that, and then I heard some people say the magic word, expanded form. It's not really a magic word, but that's right? She used expanded form. And did we have anything else other than that your group discussed? That it's what, Alex? As the total at the bottom, right here? Well, the total is written out in what? Expanded form, that's right. But if we were to add it up, it would be what?
616.
600?
716.
716, that's right. Okay. Now we're going to do a time round robin about Han's method. Everyone's eyes up here. Focus, focus.
Let's focus.
So now what are we going to do? Time round robin about Han's method. That's right. And now we're going to start with person 1. So Han's method is, ready, begin. Person 1.
Don't leave out, Sophia, include yourself in this conversation. Troy, take your hoodie off so that we can hear you. It's not blocking your mouth.
Person 2, switch.
Good. What can you add to that, Sophia?
Person 3, switch.
Gotta spit it out, girlfriend. Go ahead, Zoe.
Vertical. Person 4, switch. What did he do? The what? Stop. Okay, person 5, switch. I like what I'm doing. Okay, focus, focus.
Let's focus.
All right, I love what I'm hearing. Audrey, can you share what you guys just said? Nice and loud so we can hear.
It's kind of like wind, but
You guys agree? Disagree? It's kind of like Lynn's method. I really like that a lot. Let's see. I think you guys, Zoe, can you share what you guys said? Awesome job. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, so she said they stacked it, and then they did the ones, tens, and hundreds. So very nice. And then Ian, what did you say over here? Didn't you say they use a friendly number, or who was that? Oh, Isabella. All right, Isabella, can you share with us, please?
I said that they're using friendly numbers.
They're using friendly numbers, right? Because, well, when you added the 60 plus the 50, they made it 110, and they actually wrote it out. That way you can see it, right? And then the 300 plus 300. Okay, good. I love it. All right. So you guys did all the hard work. Now you guys get to do the fun stuff. Okay, but listen, you guys in your fancies. So I'm going to give you directions, and you have to listen to directions. Okay? Because it's not going to work if we don't listen to directions. Now that you guys talked about each one, in the middle of your desk, don't grab it, but in the middle of the desk, I gave each of you a post-it note. Okay? That's the one that your table is assigned. So if you have Tyler's, you're going to come over here, one of you is, and you're going to grab, so they're around the room, you're going to grab it, and you're going to take this back to your table, and you're going to explain the reasoning. Say, explain the reasoning.
Explain the reasoning.
So just like what we did right now with our time round robin, you're going to write, first, he got the base 10 blocks. Next, oh, I'm sorry, who's talking? Remember, you have to listen or it's not going to work. You're going to explain the reasoning for each method. You guys already did that in your groups and together. You're just going to be writing it out, okay? Each of you is going to have a job. I want you guys within your group to choose your jobs. If you can't do it on your own, then I'm going to have to do it for you. But these are the jobs. You have a timekeeper. We're going to have 10 minutes. So one of you is going to be the timekeeper. You're going to take out your iPad and set a 10-minute timer. And you're going to tell your team, guys, we have 5 minutes left. We have to hurry up and write this down. Scribe is going to be the person that writes. I can't draw a pencil, so I put a pencil there. That's going to be the person that writes down. Tyler's method. First, Han did this. Next, Han did that. Last, they did this. And then you're going to have a presenter. That's going to be the person that when you guys are finished, you're going to bring it up here and they're going to present what your work wrote, what your group wrote. And the last is going to be a peer editor. That person is going to be the one to make sure that your work does not have any mistakes. So that person's going to review it. They're going to say, hey guys, you misspelled this. Or what were you trying to say here? Right? If you have 5 people, listen. Guys, you have to have your eyes up here and listening or else it's not going to work. And then I'm going to let you guys, I'm going to release you to do it. But first you have to listen to the directions. If you have 5 people, then 2 of you are going to write. So share the workload. Okay? You're going to be using these, well, it's on there, but on each of them it's going to be first, next, or next, and then. Okay? Let me see, what else do I need to tell you guys? Just one person. Okay. Choose your jobs. Ready, begin. It's in the middle of your table, so check which one you have. Look at Benjamin, Mary, right? Alright, I'm gonna walk around. Make sure you guys have your jobs. Huh? them write it down on their worksheet at all.
Who does what?
I didn't have them write it on their worksheet at all.
Right, what?
Like the reasoning. Yeah.
They can go back.
As they're presenting. You started a timer, Michaela. Good job. So you guys have to write down. What are you gonna write down? First, so we're gonna write them. So there's 4 people. You're gonna present. Okay. So you're gonna write. Alright, but you guys have to help her write it. It's not just her, okay?
Yeah, you just take the big one.
You start. You keep track of time. Awesome. You're gonna write? Yep, you're gonna write. You're gonna explain the reason. Just like what we did in the one there. You're gonna present and you're the parent. This group over here is already writing. Good job, guys. You're gonna hear it, so that means you need to help her write. Okay. Yeah, but you're just gonna make sure it's correct. Oh, you already did one? Well, you guys are fast. Hey guys, you're not writing it. I like that you guys are already writing it. And most is this right. So you're also going to make sure it's on there, okay? Alright, let's see. Who's keeping track of time? You are?
7 minutes
You're
left.
writing. Who's present? You're both Alright, you guys have 7 minutes. Go back to your room and everyone give me 5. Everyone give me 5. Our voices are off. Okay, some of you are asking me, what do we write? You're writing down the reasoning for their methods. Explain the reasoning. So just like we did in our time round robin, you're going to write. First, Lynn added 1. Next, she added the 10. Last, they added the 100. Okay? Another thing that I wanted to tell you guys, Emilio, stop sharpening, please. Everyone's eyes up here. If you guys are just sitting there, you guys can start writing those down on your worksheet right here. So I saw some of you guys were already writing down those reasonings. You can do that on your paper as well. So you guys, and it doesn't just have to be for your method. It can be for all 3. All right, resume. Continue. 6 You have to write it down in order. First, they added 1, right? Don't burn
Thank you.
Review it. Make sure. But if there's any mistakes, then Sophia can correct it, okay? I wonder if I should take it around.
Okay, we got it.
Okay. Here 3D.
If you're finished, bring it up and we can tape it onto the board. If you're finished. Yeah, you guys are gonna come up. Why are you on the stage? Oh, that's not good. 2, 4, 5, I'm missing one. Alright, everyone at your desk. fancies. In 5, 4, 3. You're gonna owe me if you're not in your desk in your fancies. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Hans method presenter. Whose was this one? I should have had you guys right. Okay. Presenter from your group. Who is it, Zoe?